everybody. It's wonderful to see so many friends of ours coming out to support us and to celebrate the arrival of our new BFFs, the black-footed ferrets.
So my name is Jessie McWilliams, and I work here in the North American section of Sedgwick County Zoo. When I was a preschooler, we actually went to the Topeka Zoo, and there was a giraffe there named Jessie. And I thought that was the most amazing thing in the world, that there could be an animal with the same name as me, and wouldn't that be fun to work with an animal like that? Now, 12 years on into zookeeping, I'm working with black-footed ferrets. We're always used to, hey, we already have these animals here and they're gonna shift, they already know the routine. Well, these guys didn't know our routine, we didn't know our routine. So we kind of had to work together and, okay, does this shifting this way work for the ferrets? They've got very big personalities. So we've got Will Ferret. He loves to rearrange his holding space right after you cleaned it. So where you have it all nice and perfect, and he will come in like this mini ferret tornado and just, yeah. And then Tannerite, he loves food. He's all about eating food. Anything that involves that, he is good to go. We usually have them go on exhibit for about 2 days. We'll just come in, set up their holding space, get them prepped, and then have them come down off on our ferret highway. So it's basically a clear tube that they come down and they can make their way into holding all by themselves. We used to have them shift into a box, but they don't like being trapped. So having the choice to go through the tube really helps them out, so they like to go back and forth. With black-footed ferrets being endangered species, there's only a couple hundred out in the wild. We go out on conservation trips, so we go out with the ferret teams and we do ferret surveys. So we'll go out at night when ferrets are active. We'll look for ferrets, see if we can find them in places they've released to make sure that they're surviving well. That way they can kind of gauge too how many females we have in a spot, how many males we have in a spot, because they all have their own territories. So that kind of lets us know, hey, is our population doing quite well? Is it doing poorly? Do we need to release some more animals out here? So this exhibit is really important for conservation in that we are exhibiting an endangered species that not many people are going to ever get to see. Most black-footed ferrets you're going to find are going to be wherever prairie dog towns are. Prairie dogs are a keystone species, so that benefits predators and prey species. So they tend the soil, help grass grow, that feeds pronghorn, that feeds bison, and then it also acts as burrows for your predator species, so your ferrets, your burrowing owls, your snakes, and stuff like that. I think it really helps having all these graphics here over at Black-Footed Ferrets. It kind of gets people thinking about how we're all interconnected. So how if one species is here, then all these other species populate this area as well.
There are several things we have to consider every time we build any kind of exhibit in the zoo. And with this exhibit, the ferret exhibit, we are a lot more involved with it. Not just in front of the exhibit, but also in the back area. So the graphic department had to consider several things: the guests, the keepers, and the animals. So for the guests, one of the most important things is that how we can present this exhibit authentically, the kind of environment that ferret lives in. To do that, we had to do a lot of research. We not only go to other zoos, but literally had to go to prairie dog town or some kind of wild areas where there might be ferrets.
We kind of knew going into this we would have a window, and I think that was kind of it. Yep. We talked to the mammal curator, and then we spent a lot of time talking with the actual animal keepers, trying to ask them, how would you like to use this space? What would be most efficient for you when keeping with this animal? And then when we went to Topeka Zoo especially, and Prairie Park Nature Center in Lawrence, Kansas, that was awesome because they gave us so much information about the day-to-day shifting, feeding, what it's like to be a geriatric ferret in these kinds of exhibits. We wanted to create a bunch of graphics that felt cohesive in terms of theming, and we wanted to communicate subterranean ecosystems, but we also wanted to communicate a bright prairie. This building was kind of dark before, so we even changed the paint color to be a little bit of a warmer, brighter brown. It's our mindset that there shouldn't be any animal without some sort of supplemental information. I mean, animals do all of the heavy lifting. They're the emotional connection, they're the reason people come, they want to see and experience that animal for themselves. That's the draw, and we just want to boost that up as much as possible because there's so much to learn about every single species we have here.
So next time you're out at the zoo, come on past otters once you're done viewing them to black-footed ferrets because they're a really cool animal. Most people haven't seen them before. They do enjoy having people come by and see them, but also it'll inform you a little bit more about different prairie species and this ecosystem that we all share together.